Hey everybody, how are you doing? We're starting a little bit late here. We had a little bit of a mix-up. Sometimes we're trying to do things so quickly here at the Yarn Thing podcast and Team Marley Bird that little things miss us. So what we had planned on doing at 4 o'clock actually will start at 4:30. So Caitlin and I were just sitting here chit-chatting, and I suggested, hey, why don't we just jump on real quick and just talk to everybody? And then when Megan from Postage comes on the show, we'll be sure to put a link in the video description box below of when that conversation starts. So those of you who are catching this after the fact can actually just listen to that portion of the video. Hopefully that will appease everybody, because I know there's quite a few here joining us to say hello. So let's say hi to Caitlin. Caitlin, let me get you over here. Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, everybody.
So many people. I'm going to pull up the chat. I'm going to pop it out so that way I can see what's going on here. And I'm just going to let the video transfer back and forth between you and I, unless it starts to get too crazy. And then, it feels like people get sick when they do that. We have Friday Catch Up, Chris Lopez, Julie Mendez, Karen Morgan, Caitlin Myers, Kimberly Mashburn, Donna Whitnig, Caitlin Myers, Karen Grand Prix, Rob Ramsden. Man, there's so many people here. Hi, guys. Friday Catch Up says, I'm in Brisbane. It's just past 8 a.m. here. So in Australia. Wow. Sarah Shorts in Chicago. Caitlin Myers says, hey, Caitlin. And she spells hers with a C-A-I-T. Joyce Gravino, Colleen Pittman. Wow. Hello, everybody. Crystal Frost. So many people here to say hi, Caitlin. You want to say hello?
I did say hello. I'm so happy to have everybody here. Yes, I did. But before we get started, we should probably tell people about the exciting week that we have this week.
I think that would be cool. I'll let you go. I'm sitting here. I'm just knitting a future pattern. So I'll let you go ahead and do that while I'm just knitting away on my pattern here.
Okay. So if you missed it, this morning we had the Yarn Thing podcast, and we had April Garwood on from Banana Moon Studio. I always forget the studio part. So she was on this morning, so you can go check that out on the show notes, or over here on YouTube, you can go to the past videos. So we had her. We're doing the unboxing tonight. And then on Wednesday, we're also going to be doing 2 videos. One is going to be, actually, I think we're doing both on Facebook, aren't we?
Well, we could do either one. I mean, we could do anything we want. We could do, you know what? Let's do the unboxing here. We can. I mean, why not?
Okay. Well, just keep an eye out on Facebook and here, and click the buttons, the bell buttons and everything, so you know what's going on depending on where we go. But we have another unboxing with the Yarn Crush Advent Calendar. So that's kind of really cool for this holiday. You get a little piece of, I don't want to say piece, it's a little ball of yarn for each day of the month of December until Christmas, and it correlates to a different part of the pattern. They have knit and crochet. We won't go too into it because we're going to open it up and try to keep as much secret as we can while still showing you as much as we can. So it's going to be really interesting. But the coolest thing about that unboxing is Marley and I are going to be together.
Do you think the world can handle that? You and I, like, literally in the same room doing the unboxing?
I'm not sure we're actually going to get to the unboxing. We'll probably be talking to but yeah, so the reason Marley and I are going to be together is because on Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be at Beadalon. And you may be going, what's Beadalon? Well, Beadalon is a company that sells jewelry making tools and wire. And so we are kind of partnering up with them to come up with some cool ways to make your own shawl pins to be using for the different shawls that you're making for this time of year, and some of the patterns that Marley's had out and things like that. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to be on location at Beadalon's headquarters, talking with them about making shawl pins. So
I
I'm
love
really
that.
excited.
And for those of you who have watched my stitch marker videos here, both for knitting and crochet, you'll remember that I used bead along quite a bit in the products that I was using then. I'm not sponsored by bead along, nothing like that. So it was purely just I like their stuff. So this is really cool. And what Katelyn's not telling you is she is quite the jewelry maker, and we are friends with Candy Cooper, who's fantastic. And so this is all Katelyn's doing. She's the one who had the idea, contacted Beadalon, and made all of the arrangements. I totally feel like I'm just an interloper. Like Caitlin was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do a Facebook Live," and I said, "Oh, I'll buy you a plane ticket." So I'm just totally just like barging in on her party just to go have fun. I was like, why not? And then I get a chance to go meet up with Katelyn and have like a mini meeting with her. We were actually going to try and do it in LA when I'm there at Stitches SoCal, but this just works out better. It's easier for me to go out there. She's got, 2 young kids. It's harder for her to leave than for me. So, I fly to Philly tomorrow, and then we do the Beadalon. It's on Facebook Live, right? The Beadalon?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we can do it, I guess, whichever way we want. They're going to broadcast from their end on Facebook.
Okay. All right. And then we do that on Wednesday. So that'll
Right.
be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. There's a lot of people. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna read some of the comments. So
Okay.
Chris Lopez says, wow, you two in the same room. And wow, there's a lot of live videos this week. Yes, there are. Donna Frenzy says, oh, shawl pins, yay. Servast says, where is Beadalon? It's in just Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, it's outside of Philadelphia,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Let's see here. Rachel King. Oh, I was just thinking I needed another shawl pin. Chris Lopez says she loves shawl pins. Santhiri Rao says she loves shawl pins. So this seems like it would be good. Jeannie Eaton. Hi, Jeannie. She says, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the beat-along. After seeing the cost of stitch markers online, I wanted to make my own. However, I have no idea what to do. Jeannie, I have a video for that right here on the Marley Bird YouTube channel. Go check that out for sure.
Well, there's 2 videos. There's one for removable and one for like knitting stitch markers. So check out both or whichever you need.
Exactly. And we'll be sure to post those also in the Facebook group and page, so you guys can all hear about that. What I love most about this, Katelyn, is doing stitch markers or shawl pins. Like, it's that little way that if you feel like you've lost your mojo a little bit in knitting and crochet, you're still in the crafting sector, but you're making something for the craft that you love. You just probably need a little break from. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll be working on a project and I will simply change up the stitch marker just to make it interesting again for me. I mean, I know that's ridiculous. Like you guys have probably seen it in some of the videos. I have some snowflake stitch markers that I just love using. They make me happy. And so I will switch out markers just to use my snowflake stitch marker because it just makes me happy. The same thing goes for shawl pins. Like, they're very handy. Do you find you use shawl pins a lot, Katelyn?
Well, okay, so I'll be really honest. I was never a shawl person until I started working with you. And now my shawl collection is getting up there. And I never really understood the point of a shawl pin because, I always figured, you just hung it over your shoulders. It kind of hung there. But, with having kids and moving around, it doesn't always stay in place. So the shawl pin is great. And also I found that I prefer the asymmetrical shawl look to it, not the just traditional triangle. I mean, I have some of those and I like them and I use them, but I'm definitely more of the asymmetrical. So you really do need the shawl pin there. So I've been using them a lot more. And speaking of shawl pins, don't forget to go check out the post that we did 2 weeks ago. I don't even know what day. No, maybe last week. The first
of last week.
Yeah. Let me
Are you looking at your schedule?
I'm looking at my calendar. Yeah. It was the first no, it was 2 weeks ago because we were on the 15th and it was on the 1st. So go back to the October 1st. I did a great, well, I think it was great. I mean, shawl pin roundup that you can check out that went along with the end of our crochet along. So
very cool. So we have one person in the chat room says I talk too fast. So they just left. They're like, you talk, they told me, not you. They're like, I feel totally lost. You talk too fast. Goodbye. Sorry, I don't mean to. Sometimes I get really excited talking about things I love. I apologize. Sorry guys if I talk too fast. My It's not my intention. It's natural habit. So, anyways, it looks like we have a guest already on the show. So let's make note that this is where the actual conversation about post stitch is going to begin. And I'll be sure to put that in the video description box below, so that way, if people are joining in and want to skip all the chit chat that we did at the start, they can do that. And I did have one more person ask what I am making. And honestly, you could probably tell what I'm making just by me holding it up for those of you who followed along on some of the videos. But I'm not going to tell you what I'm making yet because it's going to be a surprise. It's a new pattern that's going to be out later on. Later on this year, I'm going to say that. So we'll just leave it at that. And that's all I've got to say about that. So anyways, Katelyn, why don't I let you introduce the wonderful guest, and let's make sure, Megan, can you hear us all right?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. Welcome.
Wonderful.
You know what?
Thank
We
you.
just jumped in and just started
Well,
chit-chatting.
Sorry, I was a little late.
That's all right. Not your fault. We're good. We're good. Katelyn, I'll let you go ahead and do introductions and have all that good stuff.
Okay, so we are jumping into our October unboxing. So we are back and we have some boxes sitting over here that I'm waiting to open patiently or not so patiently. But so we're ready to go with that. And this time around, we have Post Stitch. And Megan is joining us tonight to talk to us about the company, about what you can get from the subscription service. And then we'll open up some boxes and see if it's the right fit for you. Because really, that's what we want. We want you guys to find the best fit for you for these subscription boxes, so we can take that guesswork out of it and kind of talk about what's inside. So Megan, if you want to tell us a little bit about Post Stitch, how it got started, and even tell us about the name. I mean, it's a very unique name, which we love.
Yeah, absolutely. So my mom and I started the company back actually November of 2014. So we're coming up on an anniversary.
Wow.
But my mom had always worked in knitting stores and had quite a talent for putting together projects for her customers. And she was kind of a fan favorite around her yarn store. So when she was about to make a transition with her career, my background is PR and marketing. And so we kind of put our heads together and came up with this idea. It was right during the kind of subscription boom. And so we thought we would jump on in with our little take on the subscription box, and created more of an experience than a sample box. You know, people might be used to Birchbox, you know, and you get samples every month. And we wanted to create an experience. So you'd get the yarn, the pattern, the needles, everything you need to create a project start to finish.
Yeah, the thing I love about too, I know I'm jumping a little ahead, but when your subscription box, when I was doing my research on the different options for people so we could talk about them, I love that you guys have that notions box in there because,
Yes.
you know, there's something about getting small knit projects in the mail every month, but the notions, I think really that is what, like we were just talking about how stitch markers can make the difference in a pattern because they can excite you about what's going on, or, you know, switching them out or having, you know, cute little ones. And I think the notions really do kind of help you from getting bored almost, because when you get to use cute little things, it makes it
Absolutely.
a fun experience.
Yeah, and our Notions box is actually our newest. It's been around for almost, I guess, almost a year. And we were having so much fun finding notions, but you know, because of the price of the box, we couldn't always include them. And then there's all the people, you know, who have these huge stashes and they just can't take on any more yarn. They just can't have that overwhelming project in the corner. So the notions box is it's a $25 a month kind of surprise in the mail, and it really kind of does excite you to pick up maybe like a past work in progress, or maybe
Mhm.
excite you to actually do like a swatch gauge, or you know, something fun like
Wait,
that.
what?
So
You get excited about
you're
swatching?
right. We sent out a really cool swatch gauge ruler, and I can't tell you how many people were excited that they had seen it in their yarn store and they just didn't pick it up for themselves, and then they got it and they were super excited. So we hope they're
Very cool.
swatching.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so how did you come up with the name Post Stitch?
Well, I have to give credit where credit's due. My brother came up with that. And so it's a
Okay,
true
family
family
affair.
affair. Yeah, my brother came up with it. And the stitch, the post is the male component, and the stitch is the stitching part. So eventually, you know, we had hoped to become crocheters and expand to crochet and maybe even needlepoint one day. So we just kind of left it open. So there's room to grow.
Very cool. That's a great idea because
Yeah.
some of the subscription services or even companies, when they pigeonhole themselves, it does make it hard to transition into other fiber related
Yes.
crafts, depending on
Yeah.
what you call it yourself. So
But we still haven't
cool.
learned to crochet yet. It's on my bucket
That's what I
list,
was.
and I still haven't still haven't
Well,
learned.
you can watch Marley's
Oh,
videos.
I know. Exactly.
Yeah, I might have a video or two that could help you out along the way. Just
Well,
saying.
a friend of mine has been texting me. She's doing your pooling project, your crochet,
Uh-huh.
and she keeps telling me I have to do it. So that could
Oh
be my
man.
foray.
If you've never crocheted before, I would hesitate jumping in with plant pooling because
Right?
I don't know.
She's
The hard part there is that beginners probably would do very well because they aren't already like beholden to all these rules of crochet.
That's
Because
a
you
good
have,
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to step away from all the rules, and just blind faith, just do what I'm telling you to
Yeah.
do. It's really difficult for a lot of
Well,
people.
she's making it look super easy. It's beautiful.
Well,
So
good. Well, it's all because of the teaching, I'm sure.
of course it is.
That's so funny.
Okay, so now that we know that you're a
Yeah.
knitter, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how long have you been knitting and who taught you?
So my mom probably my grandmother, but it was really my mom who taught me. And so I've been knitting, I guess, full-time knitting since like 1999-ish.
Okay, very cool.
So I guess it seems like a lifetime. So yeah, just been knitting. And then when post-stitch came around, my knitting really took off. Like, you start a company with knitting, and so you get to knit all the time, and call it work. So I know I kind of have to chuckle too, right?
No, that's
No.
not the case.
Yeah. So, but it's exciting. And with post-stitch, it's kind of, in the beginning, especially, I was kind of with our customers where we kind of try to teach a new skill and get them outside their comfort zone. So whether it's like they pick up a new yarn they haven't tried or a new colorway or like a new small skill. So we're trying to do that. And I was definitely one of them. Like I, did toe up socks for the first time, or, I still need to learn Jenny's magic cast on or Judy's magic cast on. So, things like that. So we kind of are learning along the way with them.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so within the company, there are 3 different subscriptions that you can go with. We talked about the notions, and then you have a sock subscription and just a knitting accessories subscription.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about the difference before we open them up?
Absolutely. So our Knit Stitch subscription is kind of our main subscription. And we have, not to make things more confusing, but we have 3 tiers to kind of accommodate everyone's knitting style and budget. We have a big Knit Stitch Big, which is your whole kit. So it's your yarn, your printed pattern, your needles, and we use Chow-Goo needles, which we just have kind of fallen in love with.
Oh, I love those.
Aren't they the best?
They really are. I've been using them in my videos lately. When I can't find any of my Red Heart needles that aren't in a project, I'll grab those because I'm like, oh, I just love them so much.
They're so wonderful, and like those pointy tips, and they don't curl. They're just wonderful.
They're so great. They're so great. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So and then we'd put in notions as well. So if like a project calls for stitch markers, we'll put those in. If there aren't any necessary notions, we'll put a few fun things in. The second tier is our MIDI, our Knit Stitch MIDI, and that is everything but the needles. So if you have too many needles, you can just kind of pass it. And then our light subscription is just the pattern, the yarn, and then maybe a notion or 2, but that's kind of priced at $40 a month. So it's a little bit more economical for some knitters.
I really love that because I shouldn't say so many, but there are some subscription boxes that they do give you the needles every single time and you don't have the option to not take them.
And I'm sorry to
interrupt.
Have all of them. Yeah, we do. But like Marley said, they're always in a project somewhere. So it's really nice that you can switch back and forth. Like if you want to go from our big stitch to our MIDI, we kind of give you a needle teaser in the middle of the month so you know what you're getting. Okay. So if you know you don't have that in your stash or it's being used, you can switch to the big kit or switch down to the MIDI. So we kind of give our customers that kind of flexibility too.
That's awesome because there are times too when you probably do want a couple more things or, you don't, depending on what's kind of going on. So that's great. So when did the last box go out? So
the ones that you have there went out on October 1st. So our it usually takes 3 to 4 days. All our kits ship on the 1st to just make it easy. And so I think all of our subscribers have those boxes.
Okay, cool. So they ship out on the 1st. So when they subscribe, So today is the 15th. If they they can subscribe up until when to get the November 1st box?
The day before. So you can subscribe, and we over order a little bit just to kind of have a cushion and to accommodate everyone who wants to sign up. So even if you sign up on the second or third, we can typically accommodate that. But the way our subscription, like the nitty gritty part of it is an automatic renewal. Your subscription will renew on the last day of the month, and then we ship the next day.
Okay, very cool.
There's no waiting, so it's kind of nice.
That's awesome. I forget what my question was. Oh, so so we said that you can switch between the different kits, but do you have options for colors or fiber or anything like that as well?
We don't. So we keep our yarn, our projects seasonal. So you're not going to get a bulky project in June. And our colorways, we will accommodate somebody who says, I hate that color, I don't want that color, and we'll make a little note on their account. But we don't give the specific colorway choice because we really want to get people to try something new. And I have to say, in almost 4 years of doing this, we rarely have somebody hate the color they've gotten.
That's awesome.
I know. Typically, if it's not a color for them, they'll just knit it and give it to a friend, which is also wonderful.
So you said about like if somebody says, I hate this color, you'll make a note about it.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you have multiple colors and it's kind of just a random sending it out?
Yeah. So typically when we work with a fiber, we'll pick like 2 to 3 colorways. This month you received, I think we only sent you 1, but we chose 3 colorways.
Okay.
So if you really didn't like it or you had already knit with that color that previous month, we'll be happy to swap it out for you or make a note that you've gotten too much gray and, not send it to you for a while.
So then you said that you over order a little bit, so you have that cushion. So then do you sell those like overstock items somewhere?
We do, especially since we work with so many indie dyers and the dye lots are a consideration. We'll order more. So in case you wanted to not knit the project that was in the box, you can choose a bigger project. We can accommodate you with some more yarn.
Okay. And so is that for sale only for subscribers, or do you have like a general store?
We have a general store. We do. Our subscribers get a special member discount. So they get 15% off any orders they place on our store. But it is open to the public. And it is fun because we sometimes use smaller indie dyers, and it's not something you would have in your local yarn store. So you can kind of follow along even if you're not a subscriber. Right. And kind of pick the yarn you want to try.
We have a question about international shipping. Do you offer international shipping? This is Friday Ketchup. I think they said they were from Brisbane, right? They said they want to know if you ship internationally, and does the cost of the box include shipping for international people?
Sadly, so we do. We do ship, and we actually have a couple subscribers in Spain, so that's exciting. But yeah, we ship all over. The price is not included, unfortunately. It's pretty pricey to get it over there, but it's $15, an additional $15. And we're
Australia.
Oh, Brisbane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I know. I probably blew. You got it. I gotcha.
No, we actually have subscribers over there too, and we've worked with a lot of cool yarn from Australia too. But so we do ship there. It's $15, and we're always working to get that price down because we know it is kind of an extra hefty fee. So
yeah, it is what it is. Though, sometimes.
Evil.
I know.
Okay, so let's open the first box. If that's
sure. Which one are you going to open first?
What came in this?
Oh, that's our sock subscription. And real quickly, that's going to be a pattern, a sock, and a pattern, a skein of yarn for your socks, and a couple notions to go in there.
Okay, yeah, because we didn't talk about this one yet.
Yeah, we didn't
talking
talk
about the other ones. All right, well, let's open it up and see what it is. So it is open, but I haven't looked inside, guys.
I want to know who opened it.
Well, I did, because you tell me I make too much noise when I open it live. So I just use the scissors to cut it open.
Sure, blame it on me. Blame it on me. Do you guys see what I have to put up with here?
Oh, stop it. This is not for you, Marley, just so you know.
I just want everybody to know she did not invite me to her house when I go to Philadelphia. So she doesn't want me to take anything that we've been opening. I'm sure that's it.
No, I don't think you want to sleep with 2 children who wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so it comes in this little plastic bag. Now, guys, wait till you see this yarn. check this out.
Oh, how pretty is that?
These are my colors.
That is so
Oh,
pretty.
good. I'm glad we got that right.
Oh, yes. Now I actually have to knit a pair of socks, Marley.
You do. The sock yarn is really fun.
This is beautiful. Okay, let's see what this is. This is superwash. It is a 44% superwash. No, wait, that's not in English.
So yeah, it's from Chappelle Wool, and it's their well, they've had it for a while, but it's brand new to the United States. It's their boots. It's called Boots.
Yes. It's beautiful and it feels good. I love the like texture to the yarn with the
It looks tweed-like.
yes.
It does have a little bit.
That's beautiful.
It is awesome. It's a little hard to tell the colors, but this one it has a little bit of orange to it, a green, and then a turquoisey teal on the end.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty. What do you have, Megan?
So I have the other skein that we sent out. I'm going to kind of so it was kind of like a lime and a pink and a kind of a navy.
Yeah, those are my colors.
Well, we'll swap it out for you.
I love me some pink.
Yeah, so we have these two really fun, because some people don't like blue, some people like pink, so we kind of went for these two colors here.
Love it.
But so they're both from the same company.
Yes, it's just two different colorways from the same company, and Skacel is the distributor of this yarn, and they just brought it to the United States this fall. So
cool.
This might be the first time people are knitting with it.
What's the yardage on that?
It's little over 400. I think it's 437. Again, it's all in German.
Awesome. No, that's all right. The cool thing is, I know you said you don't crochet much or at all or anything, but that sock yarn, for those of you interested, the lacy pineapple shawl is done using Red Heart sock yarn. So you could absolutely use sock yarn to make the lacy pineapple shawl. So if you are a crocheter interested in post stitch, you could always use the yarn to not make knitted socks if you're not a knitter, but you could use it for any sort of pattern that has sock yarn used for crochet. So I'm just pointing that one out because that happens to be one of mine that I know I have a video here on YouTube. You guys could totally substitute the yarn and make that.
That's awesome. And every month we put alternative patterns like on like a Pinterest board. Excuse me. So if someone doesn't like the pattern we sent, they can go kind of look around. And so we should absolutely start putting some of your crochet patterns on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get this little card and it shows the two different colorways. And then on the back.
Hold that up again, Caitlin. I'm sorry. I wasn't on you. Okay.
So you get the card with the colorways. And then on the back, it gives you the code for being a subscriber to purchase in the store. It also gives you a code to be able to download a PDF of the pattern, so you don't have to use the paper copy. And then it also has alternate projects. So it has a cowl on here. It has, I'm assuming a boomerang is the shawl.
Yeah, that one's a shawl too. Yeah.
And then I don't know what the last one is. It's skew.
Oh, it's another pair of socks.
Another pair of socks.
Yeah,
so it gives you options, because if you take a look at this pattern here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the cable work in it.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So if you're a beginner, that might be a little intimidating, but you can still use this yarn for another sock pattern. And I really love that, it comes as a piece of paper and it's in a page protector so that you can dump this right into a notebook and keep it, because that's what I like to do with mine. I have a million page protectors with patterns stuffed in them to try to keep them sort of organized.
I love them. Real quick, Megan, somebody is asking in the chat room, Susan Jones is asking, what is the name of your Pinterest board, so that if they wanted to follow along, or just how could they follow you on Pinterest?
Well, we're on Pinterest as just Post Stitch. If you want to join in our Ravelry group, you can also find us there by searching for Post Stitch. And every month we have a chat thread in Ravelry that talks about everything we send out. And in there, we post to that specific Pinterest board. So we'll send you what pattern, or we discuss in the Ravelry group what pattern we use, the yarn, all that good stuff. And so you can always find a link there too.
All right, perfect. Perfect.
Sorry, I'm looking at the extras that come in the box. So also in my box, there is this awesome pin that says "Always be a llama queen."
I know, isn't that fun?
Isn't that awesome, guys?
That's adorable.
You get that, and you can put that on your project bags or whatever. And then you get this little package, okay? And it's a surprise. But on the back, it says that these are the triangle stitch markers from Coco Knits. So these are their new.
I love her.
These are those
Don't you
new
love
stitch
her?
markers.
I
that
do
they've
love
developed.
her. She's
love her.
amazing.
She is. She's my spirit animal. Just a
That's awesome.
FYI.
Right, sorry, Caitlin.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
okay.
These stitch markers, they just came out with, they're brand new, but the socks, these smaller sizes, they're going to fit on her Maker's Keep. But these, they decided not to carry the smaller needles. So this is just a limited edition kind of special thing for our Sock Stitch subscribers.
Yeah, because there's some really, I mean, I can't even hold this up to show you guys. I mean, they're teeny tiny.
They're little black and white triangles. They're adorable.
Yeah, there's 2 different sizes. There's ones that are really okay.
Do you have knitting needles there? Put them on your knitting needles.
See if I can.
No.
What kind of knitter are you, not having knitting needles on your desk? I'm just joking. I'm
One
serious.
that's trying to clean up today. So let me see if you can.
Oh, there you go. Good
Yeah,
job.
that worked.
There you go.
So they're teeny tiny. But so, okay, so I'm going to give you a teaser too, guys, that we have Coco Knits is going to be in our stocking stuffer post this year. So you may be seeing something along these lines again, but these are legit brand new. Like they just released these a couple weeks ago, right?
And yeah, they did. And they're not going to carry the small size, these small sizes.
So it's
this extra small.
So the small sizes are exclusive here.
Yeah. So if you want them, we have a few left on our website, so you can go scoop them.
Go get them.
Wow.
They're super cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
Awesome. Okay, so then there's also a little bit of extra. What's this one for?
So this sock that we're knitting this month is the Birchgrove Sock from, and it's a brand new pattern that she designed just for this yarn and just for the box. And it has an afterthought heel, so that is scrap yarn. So
okay,
we get to that point.
Awesome. So like literally, you guys,
we kind
thought of everything.
Yeah.
That's so smart because so I'm knitting socks. Surprise, surprise. I was just thinking to myself, man, I don't have any scrap yarn right here. I was gonna
into a skein.
I was just about to. I was like, oh, I want to do an afterthought heel, but I don't have scrap yarn. Oh well, I'm gonna do a heel flap. So I just started the heel flap because I was like, I don't have my scrap. So I'll just do this. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to tell Caitlin, but oh well, it was pertinent to what was happening.
So that is awesome. And so that's great to see that you guys are working with, these companies that we're starting to recognize in the industry now. Especially the more we do, the more we follow online, you'll know the names. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay. So which one should we open next? The little box or the big box?
We could do the Notions. Now, with Notions, we sold out this month, which was very exciting for us.
Oh, yeah.
So you are opening September's, and I've got October's here if you want to look at it, but you are opening last month's.
Okay.
So we love what's inside, so it'll be fun.
Here we go, guys. I'm so excited. This is like Christmas. Oh, I saw this on your website. These are cool.
Oh, good. I'm so excited.
Okay, sorry guys. I know I have to open it and show you what it is. So this is but this is not for knitting and crochet.
It's not, but it works.
It works. So this is called an Oh So Organized. And it is this, if I can open it. Oops, I just ripped the box. Good thing you don't need the box.
Did it again.
It is this really cool silicone thing that you can put like your needles in, your scissors in, and here you get it. Oh my gosh.
Those are,
you have to see these. These are my new favorites.
Aren't they adorable?
Oh, how cute are those?
They are sheep scissors.
I want those. Where did you get? Oh, I love those.
We'll send you a pair. Don't worry.
So then,
that's so cute.
You just stick it in like that.
Yeah, and you can put like your fix tool or your like crochet hook or just anything that you need like to grab quickly.
Oh, I could totally use that on my studio desk.
Wait, there's something else in here,
They're
guys.
awesome.
Oh, cool. You get a little jar with needles in it.
And that will fit in the that little tube will fit in your organizer.
I feel like this is like very sciencey.
Well, knitting's kind of sciencey, right? All that math.
Look,
Yeah.
so it just goes in like that, and then you can sit this next to you on your table and pull things out and stick them back in instead of doing what I do, and they get lost in the couch, and I need 10
I know,
pairs of
right?
scissors to do one project because I can't ever find my scissors.
Yes.
So
Or it
that
sounds like you have kids. Your kids take them,
Oh,
and
yes. They think that's the greatest thing in the world to take my
yes.
things and run away with them. So this is super duper cool.
Well, and I'll show you what we sent out this month. We sent out our big kind of fun thing was this. I'm gonna put this here. This
Oh, I
leather
did see
fob.
this. Yes.
So it's a keychain, and you probably can't tell, but on this, it's 6 inches. It's a ruler, and so you can
Oh,
always have a
cool.
ruler with you. And then
That's cool.
this little notepad from UU Yarn. It kind of you can pin it to your projects, and it tells you where you've left off if you do
that
put
is
your projects
awesome.
down. And then these little stitch markers that have clips in them, so you can attach it
Mhm.
and then clip a note to it. So that's what we sent out this month in October.
Very cool. That's
That's
going to be a
cool.
super fun job finding all these awesome notions.
Yes.
I love notions. Like,
Yeah, I do too. I
it's an
mean,
obsession.
there's nothing better than them. Project
I know.
bags, stitch markers.
I know.
So
My husband always goes, "Really? You have another
know.
project bag?" I'm
yes,
like,
it's
"Yes, I do.
necessary.
One for every project."
It's necessary.
So right there with you.
Okay. Oh, and so there is a card in here. Again, it gives you the coupon.
Oh, hold on. I got to clip over to you.
Oh,
All right, there
sorry.
you are. Okay, now you're there.
So it gives you the card again, and it has the coupon on it to go purchase, and it tells you a little bit about each of the different things. Yeah, that is so cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I think this is the only reason you work with me.
Seriously, right?
This is a way to put up with all of the crap I put you through every single day.
Yes. Okay, guys. So we have one more box. Let me see if I gotta just. Sorry.
Yeah, clear things off.
I know my desk needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay, guys, are you ready? So this is the mother load, the big box, right?
Yep, you're getting it all. You're getting all of it.
So, okay, so like Megan said, this is going to be the biggest box that has everything in it. And then there's 2 other levels below this if you don't want the needles.
Or the notions, yeah.
Or the notions. So you can check that out online to just get the yarn. And so when you open the box, it is nicely packaged with tissue paper. So you still don't even know until you start opening the paper.
We really make you work for it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Timer.
Oh. What? Oh.
Exactly. That's
the
why
name
they
of the
named it that.
Okay, so this is by Haiku. And this
Sticking with the Scassell family. That's awesome.
Yeah. This month was all about. We usually do the same brand for sock and knit stitch.
I love the Scassell family, so that works.
We do too.
This is super baby alpaca.
100%. That's exactly what you want to do with it. You just sort of bathe
for
yourself
real, guys. This is awesome. And do you see this? I've never worked with yarn like this before, and it might be a little hard to see, but it's like one that looks like the chain.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. Oh, I just want to do this all day. All right.
Well, it's a good thing you want to do that because the pattern, we had Jennifer from Knitting Vortex design a pattern for this yarn, and it's a very close fitting cowl. So you get to keep it on your face all day long.
Yes, I got to make this one.
Yes.
All right. So Megan, what's the other color there?
So this is kind of like a wine color and a navy and I'm all tangled. There we go. But the best part about this yarn, okay, the feel is the first best part. The second best part is all the names. They had a lot of fun naming these. This one is baby for oh baby. And this one is my, so oh my. And this one is snap for oh snap. And then there's like ozone and oh fudge and oh heavens, I think it's another one. So it's a funny little skein.
They had a little too much fun with that one, didn't they?
I love that.
So
I love that.
Yeah. So it's it's really fun. It's a great yarn.
And I do love.
Can we see that pattern again real quick?
Yeah, but see, look at the cards that come with it. They show you what the different colors are. That is so cool. So then you know what the other colors were if you're interested in buying more before you go. So this is the cowl.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a close-fitting cowl, and it's actually reversible. The stitch pattern is slightly subtle difference on either side. So what the designer did is she put 3 buttonholes down one side, and then if you put your button back to back on the button side, you can flip it around and it can be reversible. So it's kind of fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pull out the extras here.
All right.
Ooh. So you get your set of knitting needles.
We love them. They're big ones this time.
Those are
Project will go
awesome.
fast.
Oh, I can't wait to try those. I don't have those, so cool. Okay, so we got another pin. So Marley, I can share one with you. You get your soak wash. So when you're finished,
So everyone can block it.
Awesome. Yes. And oh man. Katrinkles. Is that how you say it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Katrinkles. They have their wooden buttons. Also, side note, they're going to be in our stocking stuffer post.
Oh, man, you have good taste, guys. I like this.
But check out those buttons.
Those are cool.
They're really pretty.
Awesome.
All about the buttons lately.
You know what? I have to say, this is the best thing too, that it actually comes with the buttons that's required for it, because buttons are my like kryptonite.
I'm with you. It's so hard to find buttons.
Yes. And like when you go to the store to buy a button, because I like to see them in person to make sure it's the right size and what it is. Well, your big box stores have crappy selections of buttons for what you want to do. Like they always look so cheap and chintzy, or they're not the right color, they're not the right size. You know, my poor son is wearing this sweater that like falls off of him because the buttons don't stay on, right? I'm like, yeah, I'll get you different buttons or try to make the hole smaller. I don't know. But this is great. And they're neutral buttons, you know, because they're the wooden buttons. So
See, and I have the opposite problem. I go to the store and I come home, like I go with the intent of buying like 6 buttons, and I come home with like 7 packs of 6 buttons. Like,
well, I need to go shopping with you because I just never can find them.
Dude, I'm telling you, I have an entire, so you know, like one of those bins right there, I have an entire black bin full of just buttons that I've bought at the store, at craft fairs, at Stitches, like just so many buttons, because I love buttons so much. And so I'll buy them and I'm like, oh, I'll find something for use for that later. So I love buttons.
I love buttons. I just can't find anything that I ever feel fits my project.
Oh gosh. You have to find them ahead of time.
Enough in my stock.
That's it. You need a stash of buttons.
Yeah, you can tell Brendan that one.
No, I don't think he likes me already. He hasn't even met me. That's the woman that keeps sending yarn.
Okay, so overall, I think this is an awesome box. Well, wait, before we kind of go back into talking about everything. So this was the full box. So we got the yarn, we got the needles, we got the buttons, we got the soak wash, we got the pin, and we got the pattern.
Right.
Okay. So the next level down,
take out the needles.
What do we remove?
Take out the needles.
The needles. Okay.
Wait, now you're testing me on this one. And then I think it's on the card. On the back of the card, it'll show you what the different levels were. So on the very bottom, I don't have it in front of me. And I think
so
it was just the yarn, the pattern, and the buttons.
Yeah, so it's just the yarn, the pattern, and the buttons.
Yes. Okay.
In the light. So you still get everything you need for the pattern without any kind of overages to hang out at your house or whatever. And I mean, the soak wash is great, but I'm sure most of us have soak wash. But I'll be honest, I haven't tried soak yet. So.
You haven't?
Oh, you have.
Jacqueline at Soak is fantastic. They're fantastic over there at Soak. I love them.
I got to try that out. So I'm excited. I did get another packet of this. I don't know where I was that I got it. So I guess I actually have to do it. I mean, I'm getting there with my blocking, but I have to actually finish the project first, you know?
That's funny.
Those things. Yeah.
So, okay. So now let me ask this, since we're on the phone or on the call, I'm going to open up these needles. So will these needles fit into this Notions thing here?
I don't know. Let's try it.
So while you're trying that, I'm going to ask a question. 12 Almond 1 says, can we still order the September box?
So this one that we're for the Notions?
It doesn't say. It just says, can we still order the September box?
So the September Notions box is sold out, but we do have some of the pieces. You can buy them individually from our website at poststitchbox.com. The projects are the October boxes, and those are sold out. We do have little pieces available on our website. The yarn is definitely there, and some of the Notions. But we're gearing up. It's goes so fast when you have a job like this,
Oh,
when you work month to month. And so we're already in November mode right now. So we're getting that November box ready.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
how far in advance though are you planning? So if you're getting ready to start packing up November boxes. But so like when were you planning this?
So it's tough. We go to TNNA and Vogues and Stitches and kind of do a lot of scouting trips like that. And so we've had the yarn kind of picked out for a while, but then we find a designer. We kind of work, I would say, typically 3 months out to give the yarn brands enough time to dye yarn. Sometimes they need a little bit longer. But we kind of like to stay up on trends. So we like to keep our planning window as short as possible.
Awesome.
We don't want to plan a year out and then it be trendy or, whatever. So, so we're getting ready to pack up. We have through February planned right now. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
very exciting, guys. So
Yeah.
you got to head over and you got to get your boxes now or within the next 2 weeks so that you can get your November 1st box because these are pretty cool.
Yeah. In November, we have a really cool indie dyer from Idaho. And I could tease her all day long. And I don't know if many people know her because she's so like up in her little region. We met her when we were out in Seattle. And so she's really cool. Her yarn is awesome. And it's cashmere. So we're sending cashmere.
Ooh, cashmere.
I know. So we're excited about that. So
cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to share about the subscription that we didn't talk about?
I don't know. I think we covered most of it. But we do have gift subscriptions available. So if you don't want to splurge on yourself, you can always put it on your Christmas list.
Awesome. So how does that work? Because that's what I always wonder because so like I tell my husband I want things and he'll go and buy them for me. But like if he buys it for me, I don't know, in the next couple weeks, let's say he's ahead of schedule, am I going to start getting the boxes before Christmas?
We have an option where he can buy a gift card. So he can kind of hold the gift card. And when you're ready to subscribe, you can just sign up.
Okay.
And then you get to sign up for the subscription you want. We've had a lot of people, a husband will sign them up for a light subscription. They want a big one or sock versus so. But yeah, so we can accommodate that too.
It looks like you have a lot of interest from international. Like we have people here from Australia, Japan, Brazil, England.
My kids ran up. Sorry. Mama. Oh my gosh, my children are here. They had strict instructions not to be here.
That's okay. We have kids. We understand.
I don't know. The baby doesn't listen to rules well, so we'll see if she stays quiet.
That's hilarious. No, so what I was just saying that you have a lot of international interest. We have people from Japan and Brazil and Australia and all that. So that's really great. People can find out more by going to your website. And so let's make sure that they have that information.
Sure. It's poststitchbox.com.
Okay.
And can you hear? Dad came to the rescue. Don't worry.
Oh, it reminds me of that time. Did you remember that newscaster guy? So it could be worse.
I know. I wish they would have been naked or something. We could have gone viral, but they were just dirty. It was fine.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But yes, international. We ship everywhere. We love shipping international. It's easy for us. So, and we promise we are always looking at pricing to get it cheaper to send where we need to send it. So
fantastic
for them. So
cool. Katelyn, you have anything more?
I think that was everything on my list for tonight.
You pretty excited about it?
I am.
Good. I'm good. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you
tomorrow.
Megan, this is such a treat to have you on here to talk about
thanks
this.
Thanks for having us. This was really fun.
Absolutely. It's pretty darn great. Pretty darn great. And so everybody can just check out your website for more information. We'll make sure that we put that in the video description box. And we will also include all of this on Facebook as well for those of you who are part of the Marley Bird Facebook page and the group. So many people are saying they love the idea of the boxes.
Oh, good.
And that they're excited. They love all these subscription boxes. It's cool. They some people said they had never heard of you before, so they're excited that there's another subscription box, and they're calling us enablers, Katelyn.
Oh, good.
So I
like that title.
We do our best.
What we like to say is that this is a project that you're actually going to finish because we send it to you. It's a small project. So it's not going to sit around on your in your stash. You're going to finish it. It's going to take you, take you less than a month. So we're kind of enabling, but we're also kind of giving you your money's worth all at the same time.
That's perfect. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for joining us,
Thanks
Megan.
for having us. It was so fun.
And yeah, and then Katelyn, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
That'll be so crazy. See you tomorrow. And then all of you here on the Marley Bird YouTube page, thank you so much for joining us again for an unboxing with Marley and Katelyn. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday, both on Facebook and here on YouTube. We'll be talking to the Beadalon people about the shawl pins and doing another unboxing, and just, you never know what we're going to be putting together, because we're going to be together. So why not? All right. Okay, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.